Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss question number 21 to 40 from chapter 4b hydrocarbons alkenes from advanced problem in organic chemistry for JEE by MS1 book. So stay with us. In question number 21, which of the following is the best stereochemical representation when reaction between 1-methyl cyclohexene and NBS react in aqueous dimethyl sulfoxide? So basically we have 1-methyl cyclohexene and we have reacted this with NBS in presence of aqueous DMSO. So this is basically halohydrin reaction, and as we know that in halohydrin reaction we have anti-addition, so the added bromine and OH must be present at anti position to each other. So basically in the first step we have this kind of situation where CH3 and cyclic bromonium ion is formed, and in the next step the water molecule will approach like this, and finally we have this kind of situation where the added OH and bromine are in the anti position. Okay, so if we see the relative position, methyl and bromine, they are in the same state. So methyl and bromine, they are in the same side, and OH is at anti position with respect to bromine. So for this question number 21, option D is the correct option. In question number 22, which of the following is the most or major product of the reaction of E3-methyl 2-pentene with BH3 and THF followed by the addition of H2O2 and OH. So this is basically hydroboration oxidation reaction. The structure of E3-methyl 2-pentene is this. So this is E isomer, we have one ethyl. So this is 3-methyl and 2-pentene. Now we have added BH3 in THF and NaOH H2O2 or OH minus H2O2, and basically the final product will be the syn addition of OH and syn addition of OH and H. So basically in this position we have hydrogen and in this position we have H. Okay, so now one of the Newman projection should be correct. So if we start with the ethyl situation, so ethyl carbon is attached with this carbon, and this carbon is attached with one methyl and one hydrogen. So in this case we have hydrogen, methyl and ethyl attached with carbon number 2. Let's say this is carbon number 2, this is carbon number 1, and with carbon number 1 we have hydrogen, methyl and OH, hydrogen, methyl and OH. So in this case we have with carbon number 1 hydrogen, methyl and OH. So 1 may be our answer. Let me check for the other options. In B option we have 2 second carbon, and second carbon is attached with methyl, hydrogen, ethyl, and first carbon is attached with hydrogen, OH and methyl. So this is also correct from the point of view of attachment, but C is not correct because the second carbon is attached with ET and OH, ethyl and OH, so this cannot be our answer. Similar thing for D also, the carbon attached with ethyl is attached with oxygen also, OH also, so this cannot be our answer. Okay, so I am not discussing about the mechanism in this case. So if you want to mechanism, go through the class lectures. So now we have a molecule and we have to draw the Newman projection. So if we start with A, the given Newman projection is not in the standard form. So first of all, we can draw this as the standard form. So we have ethyl H and methyl attached with the back carbon, and we can draw the standard form directly: OH, OH, H and Me. Now for the reference, we can just shift the back carbon or rotate the back carbon like this: OH, H, Me and H, Me, Et. So in this case, we can see that both the methyl groups are present in the same site. Okay, so which is we can see in the starting molecule also. And hydrogen and ethyl are present in the same site. So here also we have hydrogen and ethyl present in the same site. And hydrogen is attached with H, hydrogen is attached with carbon, hydrogen is attached with the carbon, which is directly attached to ethyl group, and in the other carbon we have OH. Okay, so from this we can say that for question number 22, option A should be the correct option. In question number 23, compare the rate of dehydration. So basically, if we react any alcohol with H2SO4 or concentrated H2SO4, we have carbocation along with dehydration process. So basically, rate of dehydration is based on the stability of carbocation. So from 1, we have carbocation like this. We have carbocation like this. From 2, we have carbocation like this. From 3, we have carbocation like this. Okay. So the carbocation 3 is very much unstable, very unstable, very unstable. Why? Because this carbocation is present on a sp hybridized orbital, which is 50% s character. Okay, so more the s character, more will be the stability for the negative, but lesser will be the stability for the positive charge. Hence, we can say that the carbocation 3 is very much unstable in this case. But if we compare between carbocation 1 and carbocation 2, we can say that 1 is more stable. Why? Because 1 is more conjugated, because you can see that we have a long conjugation starting from this end to that end, because if we are taking this as 1, so double bond, single bond atom with positive charge, and these double bonds are also conjugated, so we have a long resonance path which can stabilize the carbocation very much effectively. In this case also, the carbocation is in structure 2 also, the carbocation is stabilized by resonance of the phenyl ring, but this double bond does not have any effect in the stability. Okay, so in 1 we have some more canonical form which can stabilize to greater extent. That's why for question number 23, the 1 carbocation is more stable and the 3 carbocation is least stable. That's why for question number 23, option B should be the correct option. In question number 24, how many products will be formed in this reaction? So OSO4 and NaHSO3, this is basically syn diol formation reaction. Syn diol formation reaction. So in the first structure, we can draw like this. In this case, we have the mother system is like this. Mother system is like this. And in the first structure, we can say that we have two OH group above the plane. And in the second structure, we can draw the structure like this. We can draw the structure like this. And in the second structure, we have again two OH group, but this is below the plane. Okay, so basically we are having two products here. Okay, so 2 is the correct answer for question number 24. In question number 25, we have two cumulated double bond. and we have bromination reaction. So basically we can start the reaction like this. We have one cyclic bromonium ion here. You may ask that bromonium ion can be formed here also. Yes, you are correct. But we have more static hindrance because we have two methyl groups here. Okay, so if we see this alkene, this is more statically hindered alkene. Okay, and obviously bromine itself is larger in size. That's why bromine will try to avoid the static hindrance. That's why it will be attached in this marked alkene and not in this alkene. Okay, now we can draw the rest of the molecule like this: C double bond C H carbon with 2 methyl group and CH2 OH. Okay, now we can draw the final product like this. We can start like this, that this negative charge or the lone pair, sorry, this lone pair will approach to this carbon and this CBr bond will be dissociated. So finally we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 6-member ring, where in one position we have oxygen, this is 2, this is 3, in 3 we have 2 methyl groups, this is 4, this is 5, we have double bond between 4 and 5. In position 6 we have a methyl group, and also in 5 position we have one bromine. Okay, so this will be the final structure, and we can say that the correct answer for this question is option B. In 26, we know that fluoride is a very good reagent to abstract hydrogen because of their strong hydrogen bonding, and it is known that HF2 minus is the most strongest hydrogen bonded molecule. So here we can say that the fluorine or HF molecule will abstract the hydrogen very readily. So in this case we can have this kind of situation where this hydrogen can be removed as hydride because this carbocation is very much stable. This is a tertiary butyl carbocation and this H minus will be abstracted by HF. Okay. Now this tertiary butyl carbocation will react with a symmetrical C double bond. We can dissociate this double bond like this: CH2 single bond CH2. This is minus, this is plus. So this negative charge can approach to this carbocation, and we can have this kind of intermediate CH3 CH3 CH2 CH2 plus. This can involve in rearrangement. So basically we are expecting a first rearrangement like this: 1 to hydrate shift, 1 to hydrate shift. Okay, now this carbocation can involve in another rearrangement to get more stability, and this is basically 1 to methyl shift, and after this methyl shift we will have this kind of situation. Okay, now this CH bond will be dissociated, and finally we are getting this kind of situation. Okay, so for question number 26, obviously option B is the correct option. In question number 27, this is a example of addition reaction. We have one 5-member ring, double bond, H plus is added. So initially we have this kind of situation, positive and negative. Negative will obviously attach to H plus, and we can have this kind of situation. And Then we have a ring expansion. We have a 6-member ring. For our simplicity, we can mark the carbons. So we have dissociated two 6 bond and one 6 bond is formed. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive is over 2 and 2 methyl groups are at one position. Now again this carbocation can be stabilized by rearrangement of 1 to methyl shift, and this kind of situation is the most stable situation. Now we have one elimination, so one of the CH1 will be cleaved and finally we are getting this kind of situation. Okay, so for question number 27, option D should be the correct option. In question number 28, we can start with this H plus and we can have OH2 plus in this position. Now after eliminating water as a living group, we can have this. This carbocation can involve with resonance. This carbocation is involved in rearrangement, and we can have this kind of situation first. And again, it can be involved in rearrangement. Okay. First of all, we have to check that number of hydrogens or alpha hydrogen for stability. In this structure, we have 3 alpha hydrogens here, 1 alpha hydrogen here, so total 4. In this structure, we have 2, 2, 2, total 6 alpha hydrogen. So obviously, there will be increase in stability in this case. Now finally, we have to go for the final product, which is an alkene. Okay, so now we can eliminate this hydrogen to have the most stable final product, which will look like this. So for question number 28, option B is the correct option. In question number 29, diamide N2H4 is used for the syn hydrogenation reaction and it can reduce C double bond C alkene. In question number 30, we have one addition reaction. So basically we can dissociate this pi bond like this, plus minus, and this minus can react with H plus to form this kind of intermediate. Okay. Now this positive can rearrange itself to produce more stable carbohydrate, and finally Cl minus is added. So this is our structure A. Okay. Now we have one basic solution. Direct base is not introduced here, so we have used sodium bicarbonate in water. So basically it is a kind of basic situation. So OH minus can approach and we can have a substitution reaction in this case like this. Okay, so this is basically your option B. And finally we have one oxidizing agent Na2Cr2O7, which can oxidize this alcohol to ketone. So this is a class 12 topic. In this case we have oxidized the alcohol, 2-degree alcohol to ketone. Okay, that's why for question number 30, option B is the correct option. In question number 31, again we have one addition reaction example. We have 5-member ring, methyl. Initially we have dissociated this alkene like this, plus, minus, minus we have reacted with H plus. So basically methyl, here we have positive. Now this CH bond or CC bond is broken. For the ring expansion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we are expecting a 6-member ring. where 1,6 bond is formed, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally Br minus is added in this position. Okay, so and initially we have one methyl group added in this position, 2 position. Okay, let me check one thing. Yes, one more methyl group at one position. Yes, so that's why the correct answer for question number 31 is option C. In question number 32, we have a hot KMnO4 oxidation in the second reaction and normal hydrogenation reaction in the first reaction. Okay, so as we know that in hot KMnO oxidation, we have dissociated the C double bond C and form corresponding oxidized product. So if carboxylic acid is present, that indicates we have sp2 carbon with one hydrogen. So basically before dissociation we must have this kind of situation, where these two carbons are oxidized to carboxylic acid, and star marked represent that we have to add this double bond with another double bond, and we have this kind of situation. Now we can join these two fragments together to form the actual situation. And if you compare that, after platinum hydrogen reaction we can form this obviously, and after hot KMnO4 oxidation, hot KMnO4 oxidation, we can form this. Okay, that's why for question number 32 option B is the correct option. In question number 33, again OSO4, that is syn hydrogenation. So already we have one OH group above the plane, so it is very difficult for the osmium tetroxide to add two OH groups from the above side, so it will choose from the below side for the major product. Okay, and this one will be the another product. We can draw OH. So this is going to be our minor product. Okay, so we have to choose the major product, and that's why for question number 33 option A should be the correct option. In question number 34, first we have bromination reaction. So we have this situation, bromine. Now we can draw two hydrogens here like this. So we have two hydrogens here. Now already we can have two equivalent of NaNH2 for the elimination. Okay, so we can eliminating this 2 HBr twice using two equivalent of NaNH2 to have one alkyne in this position. This is studied in preparation of alkyne. Now H2 palladium BSO4 or calcium carbonate is basically Lindblad catalyst or Lindblad reagent. This is used for syn hydrogenation reaction. So basically we are going to have a syn hydrogenated product which will look like this only. Okay, so for question number 34, obviously option B is the correct option. In question number 35, this is basically peroxyphthalate or peroxide is present. So we are getting an epoxide as a final product. Now if we have two alkenes, the alkene with more number of alpha hydrogen will react with faster rate. So if you go for this one, we have only 4 alpha hydrogens, and if you go for this one, we have total 8 alpha hydrogen. That's why the middle alkene will react with faster rate, and in epoxide we are getting this kind of situation, so B should be the correct option. In this case, we can apply the same thing. MCPB is epoxidation. In this alkene, we have total 4 alpha hydrogens. In this alkene, we have total 2 alpha hydrogens. So, more number of alpha hydrogen, more will be the reaction rate. That's why for question number 36, we have B as the major product. So, osmium tetroxide and pyridine is used as a solvent here. So osmium tetroxide basically is responsible for syn hydrogenation reaction, and we can have syn hydrogenation reaction in the B option only. In 38, we have used HNu along with CBrCl3, which is represented as the radical initiator. So HNu is the radical initiator, or it will release the radical which is most stable in this case. So as we know that Br dot is the most stable radical among all the halogens, so we should have a Br dot here, and Br dot will be attached to the starting material toluene where the radical is most stable, so we can dissociate it homolytically this bond to have this kind of situation. So in this position, the radical is highly stable due to the resonance, and Br dot will be attached. So finally we are getting benzyl bromide product. Okay, so for question number 38, option B is the correct option. In question number 39, we have the same situation. MCPB epoxidation is a reaction, and we have two different alkene. This alkene is responsible for 4 alpha hydrogen stabilized by 4 alpha hydrogen, and this is stabilized by 10 alpha hydrogen. So more the alpha hydrogen, more will be the rate of the reaction. So B is the correct option. In question number 40, this is basically hydroboration oxidation reaction. So we have this kind of situation. So this is the more static center, this is the less static center. So initially we can start the reaction like this: CH3H and BH2, and we can form a trialkyl borane, and after the oxidation part, that is H2O2 and OH minus part, H2O2 and OH minus part, we can have one alcohol in the position of boron. So finally the product should look like this: CH3 and OH. Okay, so that's why for question number 40, option B is the correct option. Thank you for watching.